Hi everyone, this is Niroshkumar. I'm just going to give a brief seminar about my learnings which I uh, taken from the electives which I entered for the summer fall 2022, the Trust in AI and the Cybercrime. Yeah, let's look into my learning curve. So, as part of the special topics in AI trust, what we all just studied about the trust and the trust worth. Yeah, the difference between the human society trust and the machine learning trust. Yeah, the trust is willingness of the one party that to become vulnerable to another party on the presumption that the trust will act in a way that benefits from the truster. What we learn, what we absorb from this knowledge. So follow that we studied the trust human society, the trust in artificial intelligence, and the different definition of the trust. For example, the study of the trust human society. Here, the intentional trust is a subjective probability that one assigns to benevolent action by another agent or the group of agent. So, which is said by Boone and Holmes, 1991. Yeah, and followed by we just learn about the computational trust as well. So here and moreover before that I just want to give a note of we just learn about the trust, the values, and how we can measure it, which means they propose system that how to evaluate the trust, how to measure the trust, how to compare and calculate the trust in the AI and ML model system, and followed by the combinational trust which we learn. So here this is the centralized system of trust. The it's based on authenticated identity of the external parties. Yeah, and followed by the models of trust we learn. Yeah, as part of the models of trust, the three main categories: a basic trust, the general trust, and the situational trust. Yeah. um, so the types of trust in here, it's brought up by the bedrock of the trust which build up over the lifetime of the truster. So when it's come to the general trust, here we take a basic trust and apply it to the specific uh, the systems, and followed by here there are three models called the cognitive, the game theoretical, and hybrid model, which are the mainly participation and defining how the trust would be on the people perspective. Yeah. So here and followed by that we did the case study. We did a three main case studies as part of the assignments. The first case study is called the AI based Turing model, the TULRV5 search experience from the Microsoft Bing. Yeah. So this Microsoft Bing research team have spent the last few years creating the implementing the improvising the big neural network model in various realms such as understanding the natural language. They have implemented multitask deep neural network, and it's called the universal language encoder, and combined with the unified language model concept. Yeah. So this Microsoft research and development team worked together and modeled 2.2 billion language parameters in TULRV5 system, which brought this AI model to world's second top sophisticated natural language understanding engine. It secured 1.7 points in all the subcategory tasks conducted by Extreme Leaderboard benchmark events, which is conducted by the Google. Yeah, this case study it was gave us very good experience on how this AI Turing tool just working behind the screen of Microsoft, the search engine. Yeah, the Bing search engine. So this TULR did outstanding performance on cross-lingual and NLI examination compared with other Jain multilingual language illustration model, and also the user frequently check many resources to verify and think about their researches the results as more accurate and informative. And this Microsoft the people preferred this Turing model than any other Turing model available in the market. Yeah. And the second case study is based on the trust principle to address the TLR Turing model disabilities. Yeah. So the here we studied and defined the major trust principle need to be addressed as part of to increase the security of the TULR Turing model, called the fairness, reliability and safety, inclusiveness, privacy and security, transparency, and accountability. Yeah, each firm also has its proper guidelines, but the effective these concepts must be integrated into the wider responsible business plan. A comprehensive AI scenario should be assist human in putting their values into action both within and outside of your organization. Yeah. So here, the individuals who create the install the TUL or 5 Turing model AI system must take responsibility for that model working in real time. So these all the model principles that have been uh, the gain through this case study which has been performed this in this elective special topic in AI trust. It's followed by third primary case studies called the trustworthy artificial intelligence deployment and contribution to the IT security. So here we mainly focus on the describing the in and out the IT security performance of the intrusion detection system, which may be rule based or algorithm based intrusion detection system, are responsible for performing the first line of defense for any network or system. Similar to the security checkpoint during the lockdown, and rule-based IDS system focuses on um, applying the in all the security concerns on the network. So both here the rule-based IDS and algorithm-based IDS systems are capable of analyzing and classifying a traffic as legitimate or malicious, which is essential for protecting the system or network against intrusion. Because of the evolving technology accessible to both the the developer team such as network admin team and the advisory team, and many IDS system nowadays are based on the AI based, which means artificial intelligence based IDS system. So here the author suggested lots of technologies. One of the technologies called the crook sourcing, the unique deception based strategy for improving data flows of intrusion detection system through a recruitment and coaction of the attackers to conduct the free vulnerability scanning for the better IDS training phase and adaptation. So according to the earlier researchers, the software patches have been provided by the various vendors and may be exploited by swapping out their attack rejection answers with other piece of the code that keep the attacker's connection to the constraint and unpatched decoy open and fork it. This method keeps the most complicated portion of the vendor patch while substituting the boilerplate forking code for the remedial code. So these are best uh, the IT security enhancement algorithms is available in the market, and followed by the software defined networking and the network function virtualizations. We just did a complete case study on it, and moreover the cloud computing are receiving the significant attention in the 5G network. However, this attention creates a new challenging for security provisioning in these integrated technologies. Yeah. So the existing intrusion-based detection system solution are inadequate, which could cause large resource wastage and several security threats. So and also we just addressed the proposed system here to alleviate the security issues. We propose some system called the um, MLIDP, which means multi-level and intrusion-based detection system in SDN and NFV concept. As you can see this image, this is one of the best case study that so far we done in this uh, uh, special topics in AI trust. So followed by the final project, uh, we uh, we just took the best topic in the medical field of artificial intelligence called the diabetes early detection and prevention using an artificial pancreas. So here we propose the closed loop technique architecture, where it just precisely diagnosing the low blood sugar, high blood sugar of the diabetic patient, and stopping the insulin at the right time, and insulin and injecting the insulin at the right time into their body. So this is the best the closed loop techniques, which is based on the AI algorithm, has been introduced in artificial pancreas system. Those this case studies give us a very good insights about how the artificial intelligence contributing to the medical area. So and also there are a couple of algorithms we have been studied like LGGS and PLGS. Those algorithms are like a low glucose suspend algorithm, and the which is used in continuous glucose monitoring system to and also helps the insulin pump to inject the proper amount of insulin in the air in the human body. So these are best the use case which has been taken for our final project from this course. And and followed by the next elective course called the special topics in IT management. So here, the as part of this IT management cybersecurity, we just started talk about the Ashley Madison cyber attack. It's a first case study. Yeah, so this is one of the biggest attacks so far happened. So the attacker hacked the entire website of the Ashley Madison, and the hacking procedure that have been followed by the attackers is it's a kind of uh, it's a very effective way, and 30 million user data has been released, and moreover multi websites downloaded those data, and the data is not erasable so far. So the attackers made their words to true, and they leaked the entire information about the Ashley Madison on the internet. And August 18, 2015, this is one of the biggest the data breach happened so far in the history. So this is one of the best interesting case that we studied, and we presented for 2 hours of presentation in the class. Yeah, and followed by the special topics in management cybercrime. The final project we took is the driving forces behind the IoT and 5G security is a top concern of the business. So as part of this project, we just gathered lots of primary the driving forces behind the IoT and 5G. So those are the driving forces which I listed here, and and there are some security threats which we talked about in this project. Yeah, those security threats are the major existing security threats so far available in this IoT and 5G integrated environment, and followed by the real-time data breach attack due to the cross-pollination of the 5G IoT vulnerability as part of our final project. So these are major three data breach so far happened in the history. That also we covered in this cybercrime the elective as part of the final project. It gave us the depth knowledge on this real-time data breach, and followed by we also covered the legal consideration of this data breaches, and the legal consideration, how the ethical, legal, and technical has to be addressed in this IoT and the 5G platform in order to minimize the risk or risk of the people, and increase the and the IoT business agility and scale that have never been happen possible. So these are learnings that we have been taken out of these two electives, and which is in it's expanded our insights about the trust and trustworthy and in artificial intelligence, and also like in the 5G networks, and moreover, and the hacking techniques has been followed in the Ashley Madison case, and so on. So thanks everyone for listening to my seminar presentation, and please provide your suggestion, and the comments or modes welcome here, and thank you. These are references. Thank you.